Hello again everyone, this is Vincent and this is episode 13 of the Constructor Engineer of the People walkthrough. This walkthrough will be on the grenade launcher ammo counter. So basically what we've got here is a counter and some other random logic gates to do. So because it's not 6 counting upwards and because it's counting downwards and it's from a non-natural log base 2 number, we've got a tiny bit of a problem, but it's not too much. So basically we've got like the counter we had before, every time decrement turns on, the binary value of the number counts down by 1, and when it resets it back to the original value. So in this case it's 12, where Y3 is on, Y2 is off, and Y0, Y1 are both on. And also we have to do it when the binary value of the counter is less than 3, so when neither Y2 nor Y3 is on, then the low signal is on. So I'll just get to work here. So we've got the reset, so here we have our reset mechanism. Set decrement attaches here, and that's going to be our power supply for our memory cells. So the first memory cell, because we're it's basically divided by 2 counter with an initial value of 1. So when its current is off, the current should go to the set. Oh wait, I wired that up to the wrong spot. That should come from decrement. And I'll just make the wave shortener as well. And the reason why I don't get the power from the reset power is because when you get your power from there, it ignores the first wave, which is rather catastrophic for a counter where you miss the first count. Spacing problem. I've got a problem there as well. Got to move that off a bit so we can actually get something into the low signal. So basically when its current is off, it should turn it on, and so on and so forth, like a normal divide by 2. And the next one is your average divide by 4, which is basically half that frequency. And the first count should turn it on, and the third count should turn it off. So we're going to be using the set signal from this memory cell as the basis. There's the signal basis for the next memory cell. Should be somewhere around here. I should move it a tiny bit. And the next one is basically if you were to invert that, that would look like your ordinary divide by 8 counter. So it's basically half the frequency of that again. So again, we're going to be using the set signal as the basis for our counter, but we have to add an extra inverter on this end to so we can get that signal out where it's by default on, and the first count turns it off. Feeds back on itself. Add the inverter here. Here. And I'll just add an inverter on the next one while I'm at it. And the next one, instead of if we were to invert that, instead of activating on the first count, we actually activate on the fifth count instead. Yes, that's right. So if we were to take that signal, for argument's sake, am I wiring something up wrong? Now's a good time to debug. Ah yes, I haven't attached that to decrement. That's why. So you can see that the reset signal from that memory cell corresponds to when we turn off this signal, or if we're before the inversion when we turn it on. Technically you could fake that, but that's not but that'll take a lot of 1-bit delays and a lot of trial and error, and in the spirit of the game we'll do it legitimately. So instead we're going to be taking this reset signal as a basis for our count for this memory cell. Spacing. And we have to get our power somehow down there. So now we just have to attach our inputs to their respective, our memory cells to their respective outputs. So the first two don't need inversion, but the second two do. So that is the grenade launcher ammo counter. Oh, forgot about the low light. Basically, just clear that. So because we've inverted those, these currents should be on here, and on here. So the low light should be on when both the output from these two memory cells are on. So once I find a way to get them across this gap, which is going to be hard, or I can just end them here, right here, and then just send it over this side. It's really annoying when you forget about things like that. So that is the grenade launcher ammo counter, and that's alright, and I'll see you in the next episode then.